to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game. And speaking of the game, let's get right to it. It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. He'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got the hook up here to Leonard Hankerson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Le'Veon Bell, 61 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, Newton. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And that'll bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Rolando McClain. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to air one out. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They're going to look to throw. He's got quick. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Nelson's got it here right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And an alley to run. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's got some space here. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. Now Bell, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And he is going to recover his own fumble, but boy, a big, big loss on this play. Wow.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 4th down. Man, a tough spot to drop that down here, 3rd and goal.
And so many times when you analyze a play like this, you talk about the peak.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for New England. 44 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they?
And he's good. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they lulled them to sleep a little bit there on defense. They were definitely expecting the punt. They fake it, and they get 6 points.
And what a bonus for the offense, because when they faked it, I think they were just trying to get a first down with this pass. Instead, they get a touchdown.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds a man on a crossing route. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he loses the football a 2nd time, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where for the and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Travis Coons now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And now out come the Patriots. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And that is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives, keep it in the field of play, and let your guys cover.
Now Newton on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the
blitz coming, and down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Patriots. 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a... turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Are you crediting your defense?
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to